Alright, here in round one, obviously a keep. We've got all three colors and some relevant spells in here, so let's go for it. Opponent is mulling and keeps at 6. Let's see what we're up against. Nice. Seems convenient. I don't think we have double of any other color, do we? So, that's kind of good news. We can just get our double green and be alright. Definitely excited to try out this Labyrinth Champ. And Centaur Battlemaster, obviously quite powerful. Three drop, Laguna Band Elder. Alright. Let's play our Burnished Heart. So next turn, I think we're gonna go for the. If he attacks with both, I'll take it. I kind of am banking on the Burnished Heart this turn, so I just want to make sure that I can block sack with it next turn safely. Okay. Oh. Oh, guess I could trade. Uh. Now I'm debating whether I even need the Burnished Heart. I kind of just want to use it to trade. Before I thought I needed it, but now it seems unnecessary. So I think this turn I'm going to trade plus Divine Verdict something. Hopefully he uses a trick. So I feel... Alright, no tricks, then... Well, let's verdict this guy then. No plays, alright. Alright, well, we can do whatever the hell we want now. Let's play the Battlemaster. Alright, let's swing. No Feral Invocation. Let's just drop a Vulpine Goliath here. Get our big dude out. I'm assuming he's got Portent of Betrayal somewhere in there. Tessin Griffin. Alright. That's actually not bad for us. Alright. If I draw another mana, I was going to say, if I draw another mana, I could play Labyrinth Champ plus Feral Invocation on it, kill his Griffin, swing in, but I think let's just start it off with Nilia's Presence, see what we draw. Annex and Cymede. That is pretty awesome. Let's swing. No blocks. Alright, so Invocation would take it to 8. 8 plus 6, 14. Not enough. So we're just going to, for now, let him take his huge amount of damage and follow-up play, do a little Annex and Siamine. I guess we could do Labyrinth Champ too. Let's do Annex. I mean, Champ does better use of mana, but this feels fine to me. No attacks. Fascinating. Let's just swing. I could do Labyrinth Champ, buff it with Feral Invocation, but I'm actually more intrigued with what he's up to. Like, he could have Divine Verdict or something, so let's see what his plan is. Let's, I mean, he's got all his mana at his disposal. Let's just let him take 6, actually. That is the best plan, because then we just Labyrinth Champ plus play Feral Invocation. So this actually forces him to do something now. So he's going to gain the 2 life. And potentially kill our Annex and Siamine. Let's just see if he's... Let's just let that resolve for now. And let's invocate Annex and Siamine. Buff our team. Divine Verdict? Ray of Dissolution. Alright. Yeah, I guess that works. But we're still looking pretty good, I would say. Post-combat, let's just drop a Warden. We can just tap his guy down. We don't necessarily have to show him the champ. Pretty interesting that Burnished Heart turned out to be better as just a 2-2 against this guy, so that's fascinating to me. Usually this guy is definitely ramping, so it's nice when he can do something else. That's not a big deal. We just need any sort of buff spell and he's going to die. Yeah, didn't quite get it. Let's just swing into the Battle Priest. Could tap it down, but I don't really see the purpose. I'd rather have it die than let him gain some life later, so let's just drop the Asp and pass. Interesting removal in our opponent's deck. Vanquish the Foul, Ray of Dissolution, Battle-Wise Valor, so good amount of tricks in here. Creatures, a little bit lackluster. I mean, Flamespeaker's fine. Band Elder's fine. They're all like, I guess the Griffin's a little bit underwhelming in his list, as is the Battle Priest, but, so that's good. Red-White, do we need more early threats? I don't think so. Between Sedge Scorpion, double Leaf Crown Dryad, we're probably okay. But, I mean, I'm not opposed to at least bringing in Last Breath. I mean, this does not deal with the Griffin, but it deals with, and it doesn't deal with his Band Elder, but it does deal with the Scry guy, and it deals with the Battle Priest. Do I care enough about them to bring in the Last Breath? I'm not so sure. Could alternatively cut the Ordeal for, you know, one of those removal spells. It's probably okay. You know, Bronze Sables, 2-drop if you need them. If I'd rather do that than the Last Breath, but I'm not sure yet. I am not sure. I mean, I'm pretty happy with how the deck performed against it. Let's try it one more time. Let's see how aggressive he gets before I decide to bring in Last Breath. Because for now, he had to mull to 6, so I'm just not sure how quick I need to be. He might not be as quick as he demonstrated that game, so let's just take it to game 2 and see what else he plays. Alright, you know what? We're going to keep this hand. Got the Unicorn for the green mana source, and Anax and Siamede obviously very powerful. So I think this hand is good enough. Yes, the Unicorn is a pretty essential aspect of it, for sure. I'm not sure this hand would have been keepable without the Unicorn. Well, that worked out. Battle Priest, once again. So the question is, do we open with Anax and Siamede, or do we open with the Unicorn? And it's a legit question. Oh, Burnished Heart. Or do we open with the Burnished Heart again? Maybe the Burnished Heart. Let's get that Omega ramp going early on. That feels very valuable to what we're trying to do. Plus, we've got our 6-drop now, too, so seems pretty relevant, right? Three drop? No? Okay. Let's get all our lands out there. Drop the Burnished Priest. Or Burnished Heart, excuse me. Pass the turn. So next turn, I think we're just going to hold back and ramp up to our Vulpine Goliath, most likely. 100-handed one. All right. He's a pretty big deal. He gets big. Let's, yeah, let's just hang back. Let's get our ramp on. I want to use my mana effectively here. This is pretty relevant against us, based on our hand. I'd much rather him use it on our Leaf Crown Dryad, so... Alright, good. He played around Divine Verdict, which really makes me happy. Let's just get our lands online here. So, we've already got double green, correct? Why don't we just get another white and a red, just so we're covered on everything there. And then we can drop the Vulpine Goliath. And I guess he could vanquish it. But do I want to worry about that or not? Alternatively, I could play Unicorn Warden. That's not bad. Then I can actually lock down his 100-handed one. But yeah, I'm not sure. Well, he doesn't have the mana for Vanquish the Foul yet. Let's just drop let's drop the big boy. Vanquish costs 6, so got that going for us. So why would he not attack with the 100-handed one? I have to think about this. Divine Verdict? I mean, if it's Divine Verdict, he's going to hit me any way you look at it. Let's block the Priest. Well, that doesn't make sense. Okay, it makes a little more sense. I think I'm okay with that. I'm not thrilled about it, but... I mean, the Priest was going to be annoying later. Let's see. So I've got 7 mana. I can Unicorn Warden. I can Warden, Annex, and Cymede. Both of which are okay. Let's, I could also Unicorn, Annex, and Cymede, and then next turn I can Hopeful plus Leaf Crown Dryad, which is really huge. Maybe we want to do that. Alright, let's do the Unicorn, Annex, and Cymede plan. And then next turn, double up, bestowing on the Annex. And that could potentially even get us past a huge 100-handed one. Right? 8, and we would buff it 3, 6. Yeah, it would get us past the 100-handed one. Alright, that's tolerable. Wish I could kill that 100-handed one. Or either of the guys, I guess, for that matter. Alright. let's... Oh, well, Divine Verdict is super relevant and convenient right now. Let's just get our life gain on, I think. Wait. So if I double bestow this, it becomes... It doesn't matter, actually. If I double bestow it, we're going to gain 1,000,000 life, plus at least kill one of his guys if he blocks, so I think it's definitely worth it. Let's bestow here. I guess we could leave up Divine Verdict. That might even be a better idea. So maybe I should have done the Hopeful Eidolon, but that's okay. Let's just swing with Siamede here. Leave up the Divine Verdict. I think that's our safe play. That way, if he has some sort of trick he wants to do with 100-handed one, or either one, we can just Verdict, get rid of his guy. I guess he could have God's Willing, which would be a big deal, but cross that bridge when I need to. The reason I held off bestowing is that heroic ability is really relevant later. I almost want to prepare a little bit more for the late game. Currently, we're even on hand size. Nylea's Presence can draw me a card. I like leaving up the Divine Verdict because it leaves me able to not have to worry about tricks as much. Alright, second Battle Priest comes down. No attacks. Course relevant. So currently at my disposal 3, 6, 8 mana. Why don't we bestow again this turn and leave up Verdict once again. So for 8 mana, can I do that? 4, 6, no. 9 mana, I mean. 4, 8, 10. Not quite enough. Alright, let's bestow here again. Leave up the Verdict. Get in for 7. And he has to do some good blocking to prevent this from happening. Alright, he's just taking it. That's good for us. Well, hanging out. Leaving up Divine Verdict. Alright. Guy's a big boy. No plays. Why don't we presence real quick here? Actually, let's do it on a mountain. Draw. Wow. That's silly. I think we just go for that. That's actually just ridiculous. He does have God's Willing mana up, which is relevant. Because if he gives protection, despite the fact that this has trample, I will not be able to get in. But I think that's actually okay. So we're going to swing. He can't really block this that I see. And let's tap down the 3/5. Alright, I think if he had God's Willing, he would have played it, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume he does not. Talk about putting all your eggs in one basket. Alright, so I end up getting 1,000,000 guys out of this deal, which is definitely still satisfactory for me. And he's at 2 life. I'm pretty sure we're going to have him then. He's going to only have 2 blockers. We'll have 3 attackers. I guess he'll only take 1. But we'll be able to verdict the, I don't know, 100-handed one. Guess I could patiently wait a little bit. Well, that doesn't seem like a good idea. I guess he does have the 5 toughness, though. So we could double block the 100-handed one with the emissary and a leaf crown. And we'd lose the emissary. Yeah, I'm actually okay with that. That's actually fine. Let's just get rid of... I mean, I'd trade an emissary for a 100-handed one. I think that's a square deal. And then we'll take out his Ember Swallower maybe on the crackback. See, my problem is if I have these 4, I swing, I can only tap that down. He'll still be able to value block. I think taking out the 100-handed one is actually very relevant here. Guess we could block with Eidolon too. Whoops. So he could technically kill my Leaf Crown Dryad and my Eidolon, but then he wouldn't kill the Emissary. So let's do that. Gain a little bit of life out of this. Alright, let's draw yet another card. Ordeal, nice. Alright, let's drop the Warden. Leave up the Divine Verdict and pass. Still don't quite have enough to kill him, even with the Ordeal. Close though. I was literally only 1 away, but as long as we can lock down his Stephenson Battle Priest, he should be very dead. Okay. quite a few things we could draw that are still big deals here. For example, any sort of bestow guy. I mean, I guess we could block with everything. And then if he has a pump spell, we can really punish him. But let's just take 3 here. I'd rather save the verdict for the Swallower and not lose 2 guys. Oh, well, that's pretty good. Let's, alright, we're gonna chill this turn. Oh, wait, I can swing with everything, can't I? And then just buff whatever's unblocked. Yeah, let's just go for that. Wait, he could have a burn spell, though. Let's just go for lethal. I think it's the best idea. Nope, he indeed did. Alright, well, looks like nightmare situation, so I'm gonna kill his Ember Swallower. So, I completely botched that. Was not anticipating the burn spell. Didn't see one game 1, went for the win, and it was indeed extremely greedy. So, I guess. It didn't feel greedy at the time. It actually felt like the right play, but did not work out at all. And got punished for it. Deservedly. So, I deserve anything that's coming to me this game after that. Spark Jolt. Absolutely punished. I wish I could draw a card off this Chronicler. I can't, but this is actually okay. I could play the Ordeal and attack, but then my guy would die, so it doesn't quite work. Looks like we're just going to hang out. Play the patient game. Tap down his Stephenson Battle Priest. Alright, well, it looks like we're tapping down that instead. Absolutely no reason for him to not attack there. I still feel like I'm in some trouble here, unfortunately. I've got to start drawing some relevant spells here soon. I'm saving the Ordeal. Hopefully, if we find that Labyrinth champion, that would be ideal. There we go. Alright, found some relevance. That's good. Let's drop him. And continue to patiently wait. Definitely taking it. That's kind of interesting. Let's just give trample. That'd be so nice. No, all right. Let's swing with the Nessian Asp. I guess I should have tapped down the Battle Priest. Okay. Follow up, Reverend Hunter, who is a 4/4. Or a 6/6? Oh my god, the presence. How could I forget? Alright. He appears to be in pretty big trouble after this one. Let's divide it up a little bit here. Alright, I think he's likely dead, actually. As a matter of fact, I think he's dead. So we'll play Ordeal, tap down the Observant Alcid. Or this guy, I guess. And he should not have enough blockers to hold us back. Alright, well, despite my greed play, we ended up winning it, so I'm happy about that. Reverend Hunter played remarkably well. The presence. Asp, of course, heavy hitter, and Warden doing its job effectively, preventing millions of damage. So that, despite the mistake on my part, or the greed on my part, I should say, not necessarily a mistake, but certainly greed, we ended up pulling a victory out. That's good. All right, I'll see you round 2.